Formula One is back in Montreal. Let's hope it's not going to be Groundhog Day. The local rodents have disrupted more than one race day here in the past. The Canadian Grand Prix is ready to kick off, and the only drama on the tracks we want to see is the best drivers in the world battling it out for a place on that podium. Gilles Villeneuve is a quick, free-flowing circuit in parts, with a stop-start aspect thrown in for good measure around the chicanes and hairpin bends. Medium-speed downforce will play a large part in avoiding the wall of champions and ensuring success at this iconic track. At this early stage in the season, there are still plenty of opportunities for things to change. In this sport, there simply are no guarantees. There's nothing like a race weekend in Formula One. Today, we see the culmination of the team's practice efforts translate to the all-important qualifying session. By the end of the day, we'll know who's leading at the front, who's packing out the midfield, and who's bringing up the rear. All 20 drivers competing will be pushing their cars to the limit, pushing themselves to the limit too. But if they can push beyond those limits, well, the very best find themselves mounting a challenge for the championship. There's not much left to say, so let's get into it! It's time for the final touches here on the grid ahead of today's race.
Aston Martin were on target for qualifying. Now it's up to them to defy expectations for the race itself. This weekend, Red Bull displayed real promise during qualifying, but will they fulfill that potential by the time they reach the checkered flag? And the race will be taking place under blue skies. That means the teams should be able to apply their strategies without any added complications.
And each team will be hoping that fortune is on their side. So bon chance to them and their drivers for this Canadian Grand Prix. It's sunny and bright as the drivers line up on the grid. Taking a look at the Aston Martin. They might not be in the top 3 spots, but things could change fast once the race gets underway. There's the second Aston Martin. They'll be starting the race from the bottom half of the grid, so there's a fair bit of ground to make up. Will their hard work pay off today? The drivers are ready and raring to go. It's the Canadian Grand Prix. And it's lights out and away we go. I think that was a crash. Here's the replay. Now just take a look at the McLaren. They've lost control and there's the crash. The team are really disappointed with that. Let's hope it doesn't set them back too badly. Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position. Let's have a look. So this was the Aston Martin. A bold move indeed, and with that, they've gained a position. The team watching on and clearly loving that. There's been a crash. Let's take a closer look. Now just take a look at the McLaren. Oh, a nasty crash there. Mercedes moved up a place. It's a race position gained for Mercedes. Oh, there's a spin! Let's see what happened there. Now we see the Williams here. They lose it there. That's the spin.
Rain still coming.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place. We can take a look now. Let's have a look here. This was the Aston Martin. Back in the garage, the team absolutely loved it.
There's more rain now, so just watch the slippery conditions. Box, box.
I think there's been a lock-up. Here's the replay. Now look at this. It was the AlphaTauri driver involved. It's a lock-up, and that could be costly. Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position. Let's have a look. Let's have a look here. This was the Aston Martin. And there they go, moving up a position in the pack. I think it's safe to say that went down well with the team. Looks like there's been a lockup. Let's take a closer look. Now we see the Williams here. And this, yes, there, that's the lockup. The team are devastated. They'll be questioning just what happened out there. We've just had a spin. Let's see what happened there. Now look at this. It was the AlphaTauri driver involved. And there it is. That's where they spin out. We've just had a crash on the track. We can take a look now. Now, just watch the Mercedes here. Dear me, they won't have been expecting that.
We can push more.
We've had a crash. Let's take a look at the replay. Now, just watch the Mercedes here. That crash is terrible news for the team. gained a place.
You can stop, lift and coast.
That's checkered flag.
That's checker flag.
What an incredible outcome for Aston Martin's driver. Today, Aston Martin demonstrated that they can go very far indeed.
Just a really solid showing out there, which is exactly what they needed.
And after this result, the team is fourth in the constructor standings.
For the next round, we're heading back to the heart of the UK. Get ready for a race to remember in Silverstone, the cradle of Formula One.